Most people fail at their comeback because they keep the same mindset, the same excuses, the same circle, and the same routine. And then they expect different results. So here we are. It's 2026 and you're still lost. 2025 was not your best year. It took way more out of you than what you expected. It broke you, it slowed you down, it drained you, and just left you feeling unsure about what's next. It somehow humbled you in ways that you didn't expect. And if I am being honest, you thought you'd be further along by now. But instead, you're standing here tired, disappointed in yourself, and feeling like you failed. Here's the good news. At least you tried and failed rather than not trying at all. But what if 2026 can be your best year? One thing that I did learn in 2026 is that I underestimated myself. So if you want to make 2026 your comeback year, this could be the year that you lock in on your finances, get that dream job, get that relationship that you deserve, and just finally make progress. Believe me, it can happen for you because this is your year. So if you had a challenging year, you deserve to make this your best year ever. For me, it happened, but it wasn't all at once. It started when I got tired of pretending that I was fine, knowing that I was stuck inside. I stopped waiting for the perfect time, more money, or more confidence. And I just started paying attention to what I was doing every day, where my energy was going, or where I was leaking, or if I was even repeating the same patterns. And was I avoiding decisions because they felt uncomfortable? The shift came when I chose to be consistent in everything that I do. And over time, those small decisions that I made, while standing on top of being consistent, it rebuilt my confidence, it rebuilt my trust, just trust within myself. So I decided to show up differently. I began to be obsessed with just growing and becoming the best version of myself. I made it a habit to execute on whatever I put into place on a regular basis. And once again, it started when I started keeping small promises to myself and just doing things that I said that I was going to do. I learned that wanting to be better, it isn't enough if you keep just breaking promises to yourself. So start small and just stay consistent. You don't need a plan. It starts with making a choice. And that choice is just to start. So if you said that you was going to work out, start with just 5 minutes. And don't overdo it because a high percentage of people who give a New Year's resolution to work out, they fail within the first 2 weeks. So if you don't follow through with yourself, nothing changes. You'll keep making the same mistakes. And it's not because you aren't capable, because you see people out here making so much money and giving way more opportunities than you. But those people were consistent and they believed that anything was possible. So if you want this year to be your best year, it starts with how you move through your days. The way you wake up. Do you rush into stress or do you give yourself a moment to breathe? How are you spending your time? Whether you're reacting to everything around you or are you moving with some intention? Are you keeping your word to yourself? Do you keep your word to yourself even when you're tired? So it's all about noticing what drains you and just not giving it all your energy and time anymore. Most people think that a good year comes from just one big decision, but it's really built from repeated patterns and achievable goals, working on them daily, and a positive mindset because you're in the driver's seat of your own life. You're the architect of your own success. And notice when small changes will make you feel lighter instead of heavier. When your days start to feel more steady and stress-free, life begins to feel lighter. And noticing small changes will make life feel lighter instead of heavier. Your mind gets clear, which you would then make better decisions, which will change the direction of your life over time. For me, I started noticing how chaotic my life was. My days felt so tight that I could barely even breathe. I also looked at my spending and I realized that it wasn't even about money. It was about moving through life with no purpose. I felt drained after certain conversations and certain obligations. And I continued to go back to certain habits because they were familiar. But once I became self-aware, I started making the small adjustments. I started protecting my energy. I gave myself space to reset instead of constantly pushing forward with no pause. And over time, life stopped feeling so overwhelming. Things got more clear, and my decisions, it became a lot more easier to make. So with that being said, what did you learn last year and what's important for you for this year? Because we get so overwhelmed and busy with life that we forget to take care of ourselves. A lot of our goals get pushed aside because we're too busy taking care of others. And then you're dealing with people that just don't want to see you advance or want better for your life. Just pull back and let those folks be who they are. One thing that I learned is that you can't build a comeback while you're holding on to the same mindset that kept you stuck to begin with. You have to be willing to let go of the version of yourself that just didn't work out. That version, it no longer exists. Most people fail at their comeback because they keep the same mindset, the same excuses, the same circle, and the same routine. And then they expect different results. So if you want 2026 to actually be different, audit your life. Look at your phone and see how much time you're losing with distractions that just don't serve you. Look at your circle. Are the people around you pushing you forward or are they holding you back? A comeback is about discipline. It's about waking up on the days that you don't feel like it and doing it anyways. It's about building systems that don't rely on how you feel. You want that dream job? Stop waiting for somebody to discover you. Build the skills, put in the work, act like you already got the position. Because opportunities don't come to people who feel ready someday. They come to people who are already moving. You want a real relationship? Stop settling. Stop giving your time to people who only show up halfway, or half the time, or when it's convenient. Raise your standards. This year is about execution. It's about showing up consistently when results aren't showing yet, or when you can't even see the progress. And let me tell you something about consistency. Consistency is about not quitting. You're going to have bad days, days where you fall off, days where you feel like you're back at square one. And that's part of the process. The comeback happens when you get back up and you do it the next day. Keep going. The people who make real comebacks, they aren't the people posting every day because they too busy executing. So cut out the shit. Unfollow those accounts that make you feel behind. Stop comparing your life to someone else's life because those people started years before you. Let me tell you something. Your only competition is the person that you were yesterday. And the thing about comeback, you are going to disappoint people because those people still want the old version of you. But you're going to have to choose yourself. So I asked you earlier, what did last year teach you? What patterns kept showing up that you kept ignoring? Write it down. Then decide what you're not bringing into 2026. Maybe it's the friendship that drains you. Maybe it's that job that's killing your spirit. Maybe it's that relationship that you've been holding on to for years, knowing you should have ended it years ago. Let it go because your comeback will start the moment you stop making excuses. The moment you decide that this year you're going all in with no backup plan, that's when you're going to lock in. 2026, it's already here. Time is ticking. And every day that you wait is another day that somebody is taking that opportunity that you could have had because you're too afraid to go after it. So don't spend a year like last year hoping things get better while you're doing the same things. Put in the real work and become that person that you've been saying that you want to become. So choose a goal, write it down, and just be willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Do it for the next 30 days. That's all you really need in order to make 2026 your best year. Imagine having everything that you desired in life and making a way for generations to come. Imagine yourself winning in life. So do me a favor. Let me know in the comment section if you're locked in. I hope this video gave you encouragement and value. If so, give it a like. It really helps out the algorithm. And thanks for watching.